About all I can say is wow. It's watching those young men play and seeing the thrill in their faces and them to keep battling. BYU kept battling. That was a classic football game. I think that'll be one that will be remembered around here for many, many years. What David Fales did tonight, what our offense did early on, and then we kind of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit in the second half, but we were moving the ball and kind of had a penalty here or there. The way the defense battled and caused turnovers and kept fighting. And then the way BYU fought back, I mean, Riley Nelson, he's like Houdini sometimes. But I just can't tell you what a great win this is for our university, for our athletic department, for all those kids in that locker room and how far they've come. And that coaching staff, wow, the tireless hours they've put in to bring us as far as they have. And also those coaches' wives that had to put up with all the hard work. It benefits everybody. So I'm just very, very thankful and very, very blessed.
Coach,
yes.
The team gets off to such a great start offensively and then really don't score after the first 20 minutes of the game. How much of that do you attribute to BYU changing their scheme versus you changing yours and maybe not executing?
I think BYU's good. Our players are really good. They made good plays, and we knew they would. I think they changed a few things, but we were moving the ball, and then we got a penalty. Then we were moving the ball, and we made a mistake here or there, jumped offside. So that was tough on us. But I knew they would stop us some, but I knew we would be able to keep moving it. And we just had a couple of misfortunate things in the second half there. But Bronco did a good job, and their defense did a really good job. I was proud of our defense, how they stood the ground and made plays when they had to and kind of had their backs to the wall a couple times and came through really well.
Coach, I'm just wondering, did the team watch the Utah State losing in Tech game before?
It was on ESPN3. I think some of them watched it on their iPads and stuff. I don't think they even knew the score when we got here because I think it was in overtime when we were on our way over here. My hat's off to Utah State. What a great job Gary Anderson's done and those guys have done. That must have been another phenomenal game also there.
Go ahead.
How nerve-wracking was that fourth quarter, especially once they got another touchdown?
It wasn't nerve-wracking at all. What do you mean? It was really nerve-wracking. We had him sacked. I mean, I don't know how he got out of it. And then to find somebody open for a touchdown, what a great play by him. Wow, what a great play by Riley Nelson. Phenomenal play. And then they kicked a good onside kick, and our kid jumped up, and he thought it was going over his head, and it hit off of it, and they got it. And they got 2 fourth downs, and then we rallied, and what a great blitz there to hit the ball and then recover it. The energy that our kids got in that last part there, because you could have thought they might have gone and just gone dead-legged. It's one of those type of things where you could just see the momentum turn. It was like, oh gosh, and they didn't. They just rose, and wow, that was something special. It really was. I thought both teams rose to the challenge, if that makes sense. And I was impressed with both teams, and I'm just glad ours came out on top.
Coach, how much was the missed PAT in the back of your mind at the end of that fourth quarter?
Oh, it was pretty big when they got that onside kick, because I said, oh my goodness. But it was, we got it blocked. They did a great rush up front. They got some big guys, and then we fixed that afterwards. I don't think our guys realized how hard that push was going to be because they got some big men. But we fixed that afterwards, and thank goodness that didn't cost us the game.
I mean, to get off to the start you got off to, was that just about as perfect a way as you could start this game?
I think it was, especially against their number one defensive team in the nation. They're really, really good. And I just thought that we got good players, and our quarterback broke 3 records tonight. And to be honest with you, in the second half, he wasn't as sharp as he usually is. And I think they had something to do with it. They were doing some funky different coverages, but he is really good, and he is so good. And what's funny is he was really good, but we thought he was off, if that makes sense. He's a really good player.
Well, as a follow-up to that, I was wondering if you felt like the play calling became more conservative on your end as you had a comfortable lead. BYU was not threatening offensively.
No, we were not trying to be more conservative. We were trying to attack with it there when we came out in the second half. In the one time when we were backed up down there on the 6-yard line after we stopped them, we were a little conservative. We were afraid if we dropped back and they sack us, or you didn't want to give them something. You want to have to make them earn it and use up time too. And sure enough, they earned it, and it almost worked out to our benefit because we thought we had him wrapped up, and they make that play. But they had to use times, they had to use timeouts, which was key in the end there.
Has Fales been any better than that, the way he started tonight?
Oh, yeah. He's had a couple games where he was absolutely phenomenal. He was great tonight, but he's had a couple games where he was, 37 out of 39 or something crazy. We got phenomenal receivers. They just make plays, and it was really, he's really good.
What does this win do for you guys nationally, your bowl hopes and all that?
Wow. We're 9-2. We're 9-2. I think if you would ask anybody in America if we would be 9-2 at this time, I don't think many people would have said it, but those guys in that locker room, and they would have probably said they should be 11-0. That's how they believe. It's a great win for us. It's a great win for the university. I think it's a great win for the city of San Jose. I really do. And we've got a huge game against Louisiana Tech Saturday. It'll be phenomenal for us to get 10 wins in a year. And then we might be bowling somewhere really special. And my kids deserve it, my coaches deserve it, our administration deserves it, Lawrence fan deserves it. And I mean that sincerely after all they've been through. So we're going to keep living the dream and get one more at home. And I can't wait to see this place sold out Saturday. I really can't. I know it's Thanksgiving weekend, but these kids deserve a huge crowd.
What was the vibe out there like tonight? I mean, a big BYU crowd. You guys had a big crowd. What was it like out there?
It was exciting. It really was. These kids, I just love it when I see the intensity in their eyes and the joy in their eyes. They've earned this. This hadn't been given to them. It wasn't something walked in that was here. They've earned it and built it, and they're building something special, and it's really fun to be a part of.
Does this win feel different knowing that Utah State might have the WAC wrapped up? With that in the back of your mind?
Yeah, I mean, as far as next week's game, you'd like to be playing for the WAC championship, but we're not. We're playing for 10 wins. The most ever won in regular season, correct? Since 1930.
As a major college program.
As a major college program. So if we do that, we'll be the best San Jose State team ever. And that's pretty special. And if we win the bowl game after that, we'll have won the most games any San Jose State football team's ever won.
Well, the 87 team went
they went 11?
10-1.
Yeah, but they didn't win 11 games.
No.
So,
Okay.
So that's what we're trying to shoot for and going for. And we want to enjoy tonight. I tip my hat, Bronco Mendenhall, phenomenal guy, phenomenal coach. He has a really good program, and it was an honor for us to be able to play against him, and I'm just thankful we came out on the winning side.
We're going to start rolling our guys in here.
Coach, real quick, I noticed you used Leonina at running back
Yeah.
tonight, as opposed to previously you used him more or less as a blocking fullback. Can you evaluate his
Yeah,
performance tonight?
yeah. Earlier in the year we used him more, but we had a couple other running backs, and then they've gotten beat up, and we put him back in running. I thought he did really well. He gives us some thump and some power, and he plays that role good. He's a very good player, and we used him at different spots. I thought he did really well at that tonight.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, guys.